Hello, beloved, and welcome to your reading. We're going to be seeing what messages the divine wants you to receive in this timeless reading. I always remind you, of course, that these readings are generalized. So take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't, because that will resonate with someone else who's watching this reading. We're going to be looking at our tarot cards and also our oracle cards to deliver the messages that are here for you. I always remind you that it is important to allow your intuition to be present as I'm doing this reading for you. Because when you allow your intuition to be present, this becomes more like a personal reading, okay? So whatever it is that you're doing, really ask your intuition to elaborate on the messages that I am giving you. It is also important to have a look at your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant sign, because when you look at your other signs, it will make this reading even more deep. Because when you only look at one sign, it is like just reading part of a story and not getting the complete picture. So we have your cards that are on the table, and you need to pay attention closely, because you've got two major arcana cards, and you know by now that the major arcana cards really hold the weight of the reading. The major arcana cards tell you that there are some important messages that you need to listen to. So I want you to step into the energy of being disciplined by listening to the reading all the way through, because sometimes people are just busy and they only listen to part of a reading, and then you are missing the whole complete picture. What story the divine wants to give to you, what messages the divine wants to highlight to you. So discipline is important, okay? So we have your cards that are on the table, and the divine is saying that the reason why I am telling you to really listen to this whole complete reading is because some of you are feeling stuck. There's this feeling of being stuck in a situation, and this stuck feeling is making you feel like you're in pain. It's making you feel frustrated. And the divine is saying that frustration is going to cause you more pain if you just want to get rid of whatever is going on, if you just want to get rid of this shitty situation. The divine is saying, sit with this stuck feeling, because there is almost like a feeling where the divine is saying that you are currently stuck at the moment, but you are perceiving as being stuck, but you're actually not stuck at all. The divine is saying that there is divine intervention. There is a divine detour at the moment. The divine is creating the road. The divine is creating that detour for you to go on, because there is something that the divine wants to protect you from, but you are feeling like you're in a rush. You're feeling like, I have to get things moving. I have to do whatever it is that you need to do. And the divine is saying that, well, if you keep pushing, you are going to experience a painful situation, because you're going to go the wrong way, and then you're going to discover that when you get there was maybe an accident there. There was just something there that is going to keep you stuck even longer, because now you're stuck in traffic. Now you're stuck in a road that was a dead end, and there's no way of you getting back on the right path, on the detour that was created for you to go. So the divine is saying, the workmen, okay, your guardian angels, your Orishas, your ancestors, the celestial beings that walk with you, these are your workmen, these are your team. They are busy saying stop. They are blocking your every move, because they're trying to protect you, because you are trying to go down a dead end. You're trying to go down a situation that is going to make you feel worse than you currently feel right now. So there's a divine detour that is here. So this is why the divine was saying, I want you to listen to this reading all the way through, because I'm trying to protect you from yourself. Because you keep pushing and you keep failing. You keep pushing and you keep failing. Deep down in your heart, you are knowing that, you know what, things are not working out. But you are stuck in that feeling of having to do something, of having to push through this situation despite the pain that you are feeling. And the divine is saying that you are not stuck. You are stuck in that situation and that feeling where you have to be hustling, where you have to be doing something. But sometimes when you're doing something, you are actually causing more damage than sitting there and doing nothing at all. sitting there and just gently pushing through, sitting there and not being in a rush. So the divine, I hope that you are listening, and I hope that you're grasping the message that the divine wants to give you. I feel that some of you are experiencing a lot of backache. Some of you are maybe even experiencing constipation. Some of you are just experiencing something, but we cannot rush through this situation. There's a remedy that is here, but you must wait. Wait it out. So the divine is saying, I want you to step in that energy of being courageous. Take courage in not rushing out there and doing something. Because sometimes, like I said, it is a lot easier for you to be doing something because you're like, at least I'm doing something. Because if I'm just staying there not doing anything, then I feel that I am failing. If you stay there and don't do anything, actually the divine is saying that you are going to be seeing a lot of ways that you self-sabotage by rushing into things. You're going to be seeing many examples in the past where you have just rushed and done something because you thought that you're going to get success, when actually sitting back and waiting it out was the right thing for you to do. So the divine is saying, just step away from that energy where you feel like you have to be doing something constantly, because actually what you're doing is running away from yourself, running away from your trauma, running away from your wounds, running away from your demons. It is time to sit with the pain. It is time to sit with the undesirable feelings that are coming up. Because those undesirable feelings are coming up for a reason. They're coming up to be processed. They're coming up to show you that there is a part of you, an aspect of you that is still broken, an aspect of you that needs your attention, that needs to be healed. Because as you're going forward, you have magical moments, you've got magical, just beautiful situations that are here, but we cannot run away from the broken parts of you, the trauma, the ways that you self-sabotage, the ways that you keep pushing and pushing instead of just sitting and doing nothing and allowing yourself that time to process where you've gone wrong, where things haven't worked out the way you've wanted them, where things have just not happened in the way that you were hoping and wishing. And in that sitting, in that moment of silence, clarity is going to come. So you have the energies of the Knight of Cups. And the divine is saying, I want you to step in this energy of the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is all about feeling. You can see that our knight, he is not just jumping on his horse and just galloping to the next war, to the next battle. Because the knights are all about battling. The knights are all about going and bravely doing something. But the bravery right now, the courage right now is in you not doing anything, is in you healing, is in you loving yourself, is in you just being with yourself. And in being with yourself, this is when the healing is going to come, because the cups are about our feelings, our emotion, our hearts. There's a wounding that is there deep within your heart. And that wounding, because you keep running away from it, it is always coming and holding you back. It is the reason why this stuck feeling is here. Because that wounding needs your attention, okay? So the divine is saying that, listen, there is blessings that are here on the cards for you. You are actually blessed. This stuck feeling, even though it is frustrating, the divine understands. We all feel the frustration that you feel within you. And the divine is saying, actually, that stuck feeling that you're currently feeling here is a blessing in disguise, is a detour. Remember, we spoke about divine timing, divine intervention. So the divine is saying that you are blessed. Even though right now you are perceiving your situation as less than desirable, you're perceiving yourself as not being blessed. The divine is saying that stuck feeling, that stuck situation is a blessing in disguise, and you are going to see the whole picture once it has played out. So this situation needs time to play out. This situation needs time for you to just slow down. Okay? Because you are stepping into the energy of the magician. All right? So in the magician, we now see you still sitting there. You are not rushing and taking any action yet, but you're understanding that you're working with the powers that be. You're working with your guides, you're working with your ancestors, you're working with divine timing, because the magician usually see him with all the different resources. And so the divine is saying that you have all the resources that you need. You feel that you must go out there and hustle and push and just feel like you're doing something. But actually, your success, your magical moments, your breakthroughs are going to be when you're sitting down, taking note, feeling things through, stepping into the energy of being the magician, stepping into the energies of realizing that when you're trying to manifest, you have to be focused on where you want to go instead of running away from what is bringing the energy of discomfort, instead of running away from this feeling of being stuck. So the divine is saying that, listen, when you step into the energies of the magician, when you've cleared out this pain, wound, this situation that was blocking you, when you've cleared this out because you took the time to sit down with this situation, you healed this situation, you didn't run away from it rather, as you usually do. Now you're stepping into the energies of being the magician because you understand that as above, so below. As in your mind, this is what you create, this is what you manifest, this is what you're focusing on, this is what you're bringing into your experience. So equally, when you're focused on feeling stuck, when you're focused on the pain that is here, all that you're doing is manifesting similar situations that are bringing a similar type of energy of feeling stuck or feeling in pain. But once you deal with this, the energies start to shift. You are now sitting comfortably. You're now sitting in an energy where you are feeling that you are supported by the divine and you're not alone. This is what this infinity sign that you can see that is here. This is what the infinity sign that is there, because the magician realizes that his power, the magician realizes that what he creates is not just from his own force, is not because he's a genius, is not because he is just the magician. He knows how to use the elements. He knows how to communicate with the elements so that he can create what he wants. He knows how to create from the divine powers. He knows how to create because he knows that it is his birthright. It is his journey to manifest whatever it is that he wants. But there's a feeling of understanding that time is needed. There's a feeling of understanding that the magician doesn't just rush, because if you're just rushing, then you're not gonna really manifest and create what it is that you want. Sometimes you manifest, sometimes you don't. So the magician is very much about being focused, of being intentional, of knowing what it is that you want, and knowing that you have the capabilities and the resources and the support to create whatever it is that you want. And from there, you have our energy of success, which is coming from the last major arcana card in the tarot. And you are receiving the energies of success because you have completed a chapter. The world card is all about completing a chapter. So you have completed this chapter about feeling stuck, about how you get in your own way, how you self-sabotage by constantly feeling that you have to be doing something, you have to be pushing and pushing and hustling and hustling. You completed this chapter and you stepped into the energies of understanding that you have a team, understanding that you can manifest whatever it is with ease, with flow, with grace, with no pushing and hustling. What is yours is yours. So there's an energy of success that is here, because you have gone through the whole complete cycle. This is what the World card is all about. It's about going through the whole complete cycle and coming out the other end feeling complete, feeling whole, feeling like you have all the resources, the knowledge, the wisdom, because you went through all the different challenges. So whatever it is, even though you might be feeling challenged, the divine is saying that once you step into the energy of healing, once you step into the energy of the Knight of Cups, things are going to start changing, because now things are starting to flow. Now you're realizing that by just relaxing, things come to you a lot easier, because you are inviting them in with your energy, because you are understanding that energy attracts like energy. It is like a magnet. If you're feeling stuck, you're creating more stuck feelings. If you're feeling like the magician and really embracing that energy, and then you start attracting those magical moments. So there is just something that is there that the divine really wanted to highlight to you. And before we go, the divine is saying that I want to tell you this. Some of you are betraying yourselves in the name of love. You are having someone dangling a carrot, and because you feel that this is your soulmate, you feel that whatever it is that you feel, the divine is saying that if it is real love, no one has to manipulate you, and you do not have to feel like you're betraying yourself. So if any of you are feeling like you're betraying yourself, you're letting yourself down just to be in a relationship, the divine is saying that work through that as well, and ask yourself why it is okay for you to feel that you can betray yourself for love, when love should be flowing into your life. So this is the reading that I have for you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'll see you soon. It's a goodbye.